Okay na. Okay. Wait, nalagay ko yung Fana here. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to meet you all, no? So for this session, I'll share to you kanang our experiences in developing first in developing code jam and then grade jam and how we did that by developing the MVP along the way. So this is going to be a short na discussion from my end. What I want is at the end of my discussion is I want you to ask questions kung unsa inyong kuan kay para more interactive ta ba. So I'll just share again. Kini ako mga share is based on actual experiences. Di lang ni siya kanang theory lang no. Actual gini siya na experience and I hope na you'll learn something from this. Okay, so again, quick background no. I graduated computer science last 2018 at Cebu Institute of Technology University. So I graduated magna cum laude and was the class valedictorian. During fourth year college, during sa thesis days namo, kay akong thesis that time was actually CodeJam. So CodeJam is a platform for programming classes na gigamit sa students and teachers in their actual na classes. And so when I graduated, I thought to myself na this has potential. Kaya wala pa gyud ani out in the market. And so what I did is right after graduation, kay ako siyang further refine and I turned it into an actual startup. So I did not apply for a job na anywhere. I turned it into a startup immediately. I was able to do so because I was doing freelancing naman during college. And so I had fun to like fund the startup no. Now, CodeJam, of course, first partner university is my alma mater, Cebu Institute of Technology University. And right now, CodeJam is in over 100 schools nationwide. Now, CodeJam is good because right now, daghan na siya ka ng partner schools, no? Daghan nag schools nag-use niya. However, one of the challenges of CodeJam, and this is one of the things that you should consider as well. This is not about MVP development, but one of the um, things that you should consider as a startup founder is the market size. So if you're doing something na gamay ra og maka-benefit, then probably there's a better kanang other alternative or kanang you might be better pursuing something else ba if ever na kanang gamay ra opportunity. For example, if you're developing something na kanang good for mga people ra in Cagayan de Oro, then and wala siya roadmap on how it can be used nationally or like internationally, then you might be better off going or pursuing something else, na bigger opportunity. Startups in general is very risky, and so might as well let's do the risky option, but with higher or bigger rewards. So startups is high risk, high reward. Might as well pursue something with much bigger opportunity. Now, at that time, since CodeJam is my first startup, wala jud kay ko think about aning market size, no? Kanang ditso lang. Sige, anyway, wa bitay mawa na to. We're still young. I think I started CodeJam last when I was still 21 years old. I think I graduated 21 years old. Okay, 21 years old. And so I thought to myself, um, let's do it. Anyway, why mawala? But now, na I'm much more informed and has experience na I know now we need to do something that's much bigger. And that's when the idea of Grade Chum came to be. So, quick backstory about Grade Chum. Random jud kay ni siya, no? So, I was just riding my motorcycle on my way to eat siomai. So, kanang, wa jud ko ga-think na kanang, like, wala ko ga-think. More ga-drive lang jud ko mindlessly ba? Of course, kanang nag-care ka sa traffic, no? Pero, kanang, like, wa ko ga-think of anything. And then all of a sudden, I realized or I thought to myself, magnalay spark of kanang nice spark of imagination ni come o kalit ba. I thought to myself, paper exams ay very common pa. Not just in the college level, but even in elementary and high school and even kinder. And sort of the accept na siya na fact na ingana gina siya gid na teachers are meant to suffer. That's part of the job of teachers, ang pag-manual check. And anagin na siya, if you want to be a teacher, dapat siya ka mag-manual check. Murag part di siya sa imong trabaho. And murag, ato na time, while I was driving my motorcycle, naka-realize ko na, kanang why can't we develop something na ma-automatically check ang kanang mga papel? Most especially, karon na like powerful na kaayo si AI. And so, while nagkaon kog show my kay like sige ko gunawon na bitaw sa kay actually I'm also a part-time teacher in Cebu Institute of Technology University. I thought to myself, bitaw sa ato na time when I go back to the faculty office after my classes, I saw my kanang kuan mga co-faculty members magdala sila kanang tambak na papel o ba students papers and kanang mag-vent out gid sila na daghanap pa na kog checkan. And I'm very stressed. I'll bring this home, ana ba? And mag-check sila weekends, ingana. And so I thought to myself, na there must be something here. Na this might be something that's worth pursuing because the problem is clear, and this time the market size is much bigger. Kaya di na siya limited lang to computer science, IT students. Di na siya limited sa college lang. It's for everyone. Basically, all students and teachers or almost all day, of course, na may mga teachers na kanang nag-handle ng mga practical subjects, no? But almost all teachers in the Philippines and students, applicable siya. And not just in the Philippines, but even outside Philippines. Kaya very common pagyapon ang handwritten exams. Even sa developed countries like sa US, handwritten magyapon nilang gamit sa ilang K to 12. And so, GradeJam essentially automatically checks handwritten activities on paper. So GradeJam can check multiple choice and it comes with item analysis. It can check mga essays based on the rubrics that the teacher will set. It can check problem solving, mga mathematical solutions, physics, chemistry, algebra, calculus, etc. And so, and many more. So that's the idea of GradeJam, no? And basically, the idea is just for the teachers to scan the papers. And then after they scan the papers, all the results can be viewed from their dashboard right away. So there's a quick video here that I'd like to show to you. This is a video na we made in, again, my alma mater. And we visited one teacher who's about, kanang bago lang yun siya nahuman sa yung midterm exam. And he's about to scan his students' papers.
Hey guys, welcome to the 5th episode of our vlog, and today we're visiting here at Cebu Institute of Technology University's College of Arts and Sciences and Education to observe one of the teachers about to scan his final exam papers. Let's go in. So, Sir Ray here. Good morning, sir.
Sir, magandang umaga.
So, Sir Ray here is handling what subject, sir?
Social science.
Social sciences. So today he's going to scan few of his students' papers here. And Sir Ray, could you share?
Not few.
Oh, not few. Many pala, many. So Sir Ray, could you share details about your exam? How many students? How many?
Around 52 students. Each student has 4 pages. That's around 7 questions.
7 questions. Essay questions.
Essay questions. Right. I will scan to check their answers.
Okay.
Not anymore be checking manually. I use the
GradeJam. All right. Okay. So in here, we've prepared a timer. So we could see how long it will take to scan all of those papers. So I'll start.
Okay, let's start the scanning of this paper. Take a look at guys, how fast it is. Okay, ang dali lang eh. Ang dali lang ng pag-scan eh. Okay, this is around, the entire section is around more than 100 pages. Yeah. And then we're done with around 300 or almost 400.
So you can see it only took 9 minutes, around close to 10 minutes to scan all of those 200 plus students'
Not
papers.
200, that's almost 300.
Almost 300 students' papers. So in here, we could see here in the dashboard of Sir Ray de la Victoria, we could see here
Alright.
his final exam. Okay.
Okay, grade is already appeared in the system. Okay, if you look at it. Okay, ready for review. So I'll just review some of those papers of the students. There are some issues where probably no name just go over like your name. Okay, Sir Jude.
So right now, GradeJump is still grading the remaining set of papers. So actually, GradeJump will grade per batch of papers. And so it will slowly upload all of those papers or grades here in the system. In total, it should only take around 2 to 3 minutes for everything to be checked. So in here, in the dashboard of Sir Ray, later on, we could see the papers of their students. So in here, we could see, for example, this is one student's paper, and then this one is another student paper. We could view their answer there, and also the scoring per rubric.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is for the test 1. If you click the test 2, also you can see the paper and the grade or the scores.
Alright, so that's it.
Okay, so that's the idea of GradeJump, no? Why am I raising my hand? Okay, never mind. So that's the idea of GradeJump, no? Na the teacher will just scan, and in 2 to 3 minutes, everything is automatically checked. Now, GradeJump is a much bigger platform compared to CodeJump because there's the kanang kailangan pa i-connect ang katong hardware with the software, and kanang it's AI powered, and so there's a lot of things going on in the back end. We need to consider there's image processing na medyo complicated yun kay there are a lot of things to consider. What if ang paper is kanang ingani og color like lighter, and then what if kanang newsprint lang siya, or what if kanang photocopy lang, and then there's other things like what if ang pagprint sa teacher kay bate og quality, so dili clear ang like mga indicators on the side, daghan jud kayo. What if ang agi sa student is like this? What if the student use pencil instead of ball pen? That can consider. So basically, it's a very big system, most especially in the back end. Now, ang GradeJump was conceptualized November 2024. And one of the things na we really need to do at that time was we wanted to launch as early as possible kay para ma-pilot na siya sa school from January to May, kay para if they're happy, they will subscribe by August. So August na yun sila na nami paying customers sa GradeJump. So how do we do that? How do we launch as early as possible? And that's where the idea of MVP comes into play, no? So MVP is basically minimum viable product, but it's something like this na kini siya sa ubos, this one, no? So this is a skateboard. You could see na a skateboard, pwede siya magamit. Like usable siya ba? Although it's not the best experience in terms of like speed and convenience, but usable siya in terms of like it can transport you from one place to another. Then next one is kining scooter, similar no na usable po siya. And then bicycle, and then naimo siya motor, and naimo din siya kanang sakyanan. So if you notice, each stage niya of the MVP kay usable siya. So I'll share to you kanang example ay kanang sa amo ang case sa GradeJump unsa mo mga quote-unquote usable versions na gibuhat sa GradeJump. So MVP is not like this kining sa taas, no, na ang first i-implement is kining ligid. So ligid is not usable in terms of transporting you from one place to another. And kini duha ka ligid na gisumpay, di gyapon siya usable. And kini di gyapon, and then ari na siya sa last part na usable. So basically MVP meaning pinaka minimum na usable siya sa users. Basically mao nang ang MVP. Now, in the context of kanang for example no kanang sa katong sa GradeJump for example, if mag-implement may og login na feature lang, like login feature alone lang, that's not an MVP. Kay the teachers, they'll be able to kanang automatically check man sa kuan. Di man nila ma-use. Like, mo login sila and then, unsa may naa. So, basically, ari to siya sa taas na category ni belong, no? Na if login lang ang implement first ba, you can't call that MVP if like login o sign up lang ang implement at first. Kaya di man maka-benefit ang teacher sa GradeJump. So, that's the idea of MVP. Dapat working siya at every stage yun. Now, the other thing is, one of the things that we really ask, or I really asked myself, after to nako, kaya di ba, nagmotor ko nun, nagkaangkog siomay. One of the things that I really asked myself at that time was this question: how can I launch tomorrow? So like tomorrow dayon, unsaon ako pag-launch na maka-get ko og feedback dayon from the users. Kay one of the mistakes I did or we did before sa Code Jam was wala mi ni-ask kanina question. And so what ended up happening sa Code Jam was that nag-spend I think like 3 months, 4 months, or even 5 months before mi naka-get og actual user feedback. Before na mo na-deliver ang product or gipa-try out sa actual users. Nag-spend big 5 months. Imagine unsa na siya ka slow. Slow kay na siya in the context of startups. The benchmark should be the question, how can I launch tomorrow? So, ako ning giasa ko self ato no, nagmotor ko and then pagbalik na ko sa office, kay I share the idea sa team. What if naingani? What if kanang there's something na maka-check automatically ana? So let's call it, kay Code Chum ang tamang first product, let's call it Grade Chum, kay maka-grade man siya. And so, okay, nindot. So how can we launch tomorrow? How can we get feedback tomorrow dayon? So what we did is, quick edits me. Ako gias ang kanang mamang designer no sa kanang who knows how to use Figma. Ako siya gias na kanang let's create a template sa or answer sheet template, and it looks something like this. If you notice, kanang na grade jam na logo, so dali man ma-edit ang grade jam logo na. If you notice, closely similar just code jam na logo na instead na code kay grade lang, green lang siya. And then we put the school's logo and then like questions kuno idea with the choices, ingana. So giprint na mo, gi-design siya. It was designed in 10 minutes kay dali ra man ang ma-layout no. And then giprint na yon. And then what I did was I messaged our dean sa CIT. I messaged her, ma'am, can I meet with you tomorrow? Kaya na ako i-ask for feedback ba? I messaged our dean. And also, I messaged 2 math teachers na ako pag college. Ako po sila gi-message, ma'am, can I meet with you tomorrow? Kaya na ako i-ask for, I'd like to get your feedback on something. So, moto, I met with them. Ako gi-show, ma'am, I brought the answer sheet, no, na printed answer sheet. Ako, ma'am, what if naingani, ma'am, na kanang I suwat sa students ilang answer here sa kaning special na paper template, and then afterwards kay like scan lang siya and automatic na din ang checking with AI. And so niya na siya na kanang that's very good. And so I kanang nindot na nato i-test. And so I went to the math teachers na pod and it's the same feedback na nindot siya kayo kay it's a big problem yun sa ila, most especially sa math na tag-as kay solutions ng students and kanang ma-overloaded yun sila sa pag-check yun. So, after that, kay kanang sort of kanang ni, kuan man sila ni, like okay man for them, what I did is like I asked them na, sige ma'am, do you want to test this next week? Like, I think tag-talk me like Thursday or Friday. And then yana ko, do you want to test it next week sa imong quiz? And so niana tong usa ka math teacher na kanang she's okay with it testing. But again, wala pa may na-develop na any application at all. All we had was the answer sheet lang na template and printed. And so niana siya, okay, sige unsaon man. And I told her na, sige ma'am, all you need to do is just send me your questions with the answer key. And then kami na mag-print sa answer sheets. So, gi-send na ko over the weekend, nag-print me sa answer sheets, nag-design me sa layout sa answer sheets, manual, we designed it manually through Figma, and among gi-print. And pag Monday or Tuesday, I went back to our school, and then akong gihatag ni ma'am, and then nag-answer ang students. So, while nag-answer ang students, kay kanang nag-wait ako, afterwards, ako gi-collect ang answer sheets, ako gi-bring back sa office. And what we did was gi-manual check na mo tanan. So like each one of us sa office kay nag-manual check me. Like amo gid gi-manual check, go through na mong answers ana. And then like immediately the next day we returned the papers to ma'am, and she was impressed kay kanang paspas kaayo ba. And then like kanang automatic bitaw, and at that time all I wanted to see lang yun was her reaction. Kanang iyang emotional expression bitaw when I told her na mana og check and here are the papers and ako lay forward sa imong messenger ang Excel na scores. I wanted to see her emotional expression kay that's validation man god na what we're doing is on the right track. If excited siya, then there might truly ni care gyud siya about this. But if kanang medyo lang murag nindot na maayo, okay nga na lang siya, then basin we're not on the right track. We're doing something na dili painful enough for the teachers ba. So excited man siya. And so that's why kanang we asked her again na sige ma'am, so far working man siya no. Kanang do you want to try it again? But this time mag-develop me og kanang phone na scanner na instead na among kuhaon ng imong papers and dalon na mo sa office, imo na lang iscan. Scan na lang nimo and then at the back end makita man na mo yung mga scans kay amo gyapon i-manual check and then amo i-share ang results iya. So that's the next version na dayon sa amo ang kanang version sa amo ang sa GradeChum. We develop a phone scanner, simple lagi kay na phone scanner. Basically mura lagi siya picture, mura lagi siya kanang mura siya camera ra gyud na i-upload button and then i-upload na yun sa Google Drive ang mga scans and ma-access sa among team. So, ingana rigid siya. Ingana itong phone scanner and ay kanang initial version sa answer sheet. So, usable gyapon siya in the sense na makapadayon gyapon siya sa iyang workflow and automatic gyapon ay iyang checking. So, iyang scan one by one, picture or katang sa among phone scanner. Picture, wala pa to, di pa to siya mo check sa quality o di pa siya mo like wapay image processing at all. Okay, doing the image processing algorithm would take time. So ingatot to siya, i-picture lang and then we'll manually check it. And then we updated the answer sheet na kanang murag ingani na siya template based on actual feedback. And then next kay kanang among na notice kay kanang murag madugay man gyud ang teacher if kanang mag one by one siya og picture ba. So although working siya, but mura siya going back sa kato ko example ganayan o kini. Murag na pa siya na skateboard. Kay hinay siya ba? Kay like one by one mag-picture sa teacher. So what if there's a way na for the teachers to scan them very quickly? And so mao na ni katong fast na scanner dayon. So this was the first version of the scanner. What we did before, this is just actually a third party na scanner no. So nag-search we og like scanners available online na kanang pas-pas kayo makascan. Or actually, dito online ni siya first gipalit. Like, nag-go through gid mi sa mga malls here sa Cebu. Nangita mi all around. Unsay scanner na paspas kayo. And so this is ang brand and his brother, no? So basically, the idea is, mo play mo na siya. Okay, mo open the new link. Dili mo play. But anyway, so the idea is katong same, more or less same sa katong video gipakita earlier, na i-load lang sa teacher tanan and mo scan na din siya. So what we did was, kanang after na human ng teacher sa yung exam, kay will bring the scanner. This is mahan carrier man ni siya. We brought the scanner dito sa school and after the exam kay dalon sa teacher ang papers dito sa ilang office and mag-scan din ang teacher. So ang teacher mo like mo load and then like mo press and then afterwards kay mo ingon mi sa teacher na sige ma'am na-scan na ni siya. We'll update you with the results tomorrow. And so mo na to. So like nagka-improve na ang experience sa teacher kay before iyang i-one by one og picture ana and then like kailangan na siya flat na surface and all but this time i-load raman tanan and mag-wait na lang siya so mas ni efficient na no from skateboard mo na siya scooter and so eventually kay like kanang ni-improve na ang experience sa teacher and then next kay like nag-develop continuously update ni sa mga answer sheets. One of the things that we really need to consider is kining pag-update sa answer sheets based on sa paggamit sa mga students. And then eventually kanang working na stable na paspas ng checking. So that's when we started to develop the interface where the teacher can create their questions. Okay, from phone scanner to sa V2 V3 answer sheets. Basically ang teachers kay ila gyapon i-send ang ilang questions sa mua in Word document. So sige ko po sila send sa mua sa ilang questions in Word document and kami gyapon na mag-print and then like kami deliver datong answer sheets. So this time, ari namin nag-start og like develop sa app kay kanang murag daghan nag-teachers naka-try and murag so far kay positive gid ba ilang response bitaw kay like napadali gid na-isen gid ang ilang workload. So nag-develop na din me. Notice na like ari pa mi na time ga-develop I think murag 1 month later pa or 2 months later pa mi ga-start og like develop og actual user interface na maka-input ang teacher sa ilang questions. So mao na niya maka-create na sila class, maka-input sila questions. And then mas ni efficient na siya. Ay like kanang ni pass na ni better na experience kay like di naman may kailangan mag message sa ila, hindi na sila kailangan mo message na mo for the kanang question. So mo create lang sila, ma-notify mi sa system na uy na teacher ga create, among i-print ang answer sheets and then dalon gyapon dadto sa CIT or sa among sa school. Manual gyapon ang pag-print sa answer sheets, but at least ang pag-input sa questions dire na, automatic na siya sa system. And then eventually, kay murag nagka-heavy ng workload no kay for a very long time niya mi na automatic checking, but in reality behind the scenes kami gid ang manual check gid sa office. So like every time na teacher mag-test, kami gid tanan mag-manual check. And sagol-sagol biag assessment types, na uban ka ng identification, na uban problem solving. So this time, kanang murag nagkadaghan man ng multiple choice. So ari na mi naka-decide na okay, so far positive gid no. And kanang it's starting to kanang take us so much time to manually check. So ato nang hinay-hinayag develop ang actual automation. So that's when we started developing sa automatic multiple choice checking. So basta multiple choice, after ma-scan sa teacher dato sa katawo mo scanner, automatic na siya ma-check. But for everything else, kato mga identification, problem solving, manual gyapon ang checking ato. So okay, na-develop na mo, automatic ng multiple choice. And then eventually, murag nagkadaghan na gyud ang mga problem solving and other assessment types. So ato na mi nag-start og develop sa AI na checking. And if you notice sa nawang atong sa journey ba, dugay kami nag-start og develop sa AI kay it's not about the technology gyud. It's about the experience of the end users. Mao gyud na mo matter. Dili na sila ma-amaze na kanaguan ka ng AI na siya or like gagamit mo na ng technologies, gagamit mo React, gagamit mo Python, gagamit mo Django. Di na mao ilang gipakihan. Ilang gipakihan is kanang ma-achieve nila ilang kanang or ma-solve ilang mga problems. So mao ra gid na ilang gipakihan. Now, ari pa mi ga-develop sa AI kay again, merg na verify naman namo, na validate na namo na happy gid sila gid sa automatic na checking. Now from here, it wasn't that simple no na kana magkuan lang sa AI kay we need to track the accuracy pod. So daghan kami gi-experiment, gi-try na mo na OpenAI, gi-try na mo Gemini, gi-try na mo Llama, gi-try na mo other kanang LLMs. Daghan kami gi-try na mo kini na model kay para pag-improve sa accuracy ba. But while initial integrate sa AI, working na siya, but it wasn't perfect. But at least it was working. So if going back na to sa katong akong picture gi-show earlier, murag sort of na namin dari sa bike ba. Kay automatic naman siya. But it wasn't that high pa in terms of accuracy. So that's why we need to iterate kay para kanang ma-improve accuracy. So inga na to siya. And then afterwards kay like start na mi develop more features sa app. So like start na mi og develop og kanang multiple sets kay like usa sa gi-bring up sa teacher kay like kanang ilang previously prior to GradeJam kay like magpa-set A, set B na sila. So like integrate me, implement mig feature ana. Strictness levels for the checking. So one of the things we found out was daghan na mag-teachers ga-try ga-pilot. One of the things that we found out was that kanang uban teachers satisfied sila sa checking. But uban teachers mo na sila may strict man kayo ang system ba sa checking. Gamay kay scores mo hatag for the students. So how do we deal with that? Ang pag-deal na mo is ang teacher can set the strictness level. Kay medyo subjective man ang ang strictness level. Uban teachers mo ganahan sila ingani ka strict, ang uban kay like less strict lang ingana ba. So na siya way for the teachers to configure the strictness level. And then human kay like pag-export sa grades kay previously maka-view ang teacher sa score sila students sa GradeJam na platform, but they need to type it one by one dito sa ilang class record. So mo to start na mag-implement og kanang export grades to Excel. And then another thing was that kanang ganahan ng mga teachers na ang students kay makakita pod sa ilahang scores kay feedback is important. And so ato na may start og develop dayon sa student na side or student dashboard. Makalog in ang students, maka-join sa class, and maka-view sila sa ilang grades and sa ilang kanang personalized na feedback. So dagan pa kayo, many more features. So basically, again, timeline was November 2024. Kay November 2024 na-conceptualize ang idea sa GradeJam. 5 months after that kay like mao ni ang schools na naka-try sa grade jam dayon. So daghan kay nag-pilot no na mga schools, and while nag-pilot sila kay ni join gyud sila sa journey sa katong pag-develop gyud sa like different na versions. Of course no kay like we're based in Cebu, and ang uban schools kay like di man sila, so di may makahatod nila og answer sheet ba. So uban schools kay ang CIT gyud ang Cebu Institute of Technology University gyud ang murag naka-join gyud sa like from the start to like current. Ang uban ni join sila somewhere na like dari na sa app development na pwede sila mag-print sa answer sheets nga na ba. So kanang various points sila ni join, but kanang basically 5 months after na conceptualize ang grade jam kay kinita na ng mga universities ang kanang nakagamit na yun or naka-try din, naka-test din sa grade jam. So lessons, 5 lessons here. Number 1, kinino, i-remember gini siya ninyo kay like daghan kayo kanang ma-misunderstood ning MVP na concept ba na kanang mag-develop sila og login sign up lang and then they call it nanami MVP, but it's not usable. And also again, MVP doesn't have to be kanang actual na technology na. As long as it's working na in the sense na like ang problem sa inyong users could be addressed, then that's already an MVP. So again, kato sa grade jam, wala pa automatic checking at the start. Kami ang manual check, but that's considered an MVP. That's actually similar to a startup na kalimot lang ko sa name. But basically, da ka nang mura siya ka ng startup sa mura ka ng mura Grab delivery bitaw, kalimot lang ko sa name sa startup. But dugay na sila pero mura Grab delivery na instead of developing the actual kanang Grab na platform and app, so ang may tabo ato sa ilang gibuhat was that ang founders mismo kay like tawagan sila sa ilang kaila na ganahan mo order, and then sila mismo ang mo palit dadto, magmotor pod sila, mo palit sa food or like something groceries, and then i-deliver sa customer. So wala pay app at all, but immediately naka-get na din sila feedback. So that's considered an MVP in the sense na kanang na-solve ang problem sa users. Next lesson is timelines should be compressed. So again, I'm not sure if nabadari ako mga gi-mentor sa or nako-gi-mentor from CDO Bytes pod. Na ba sila here? Let me check the attendees. I think na si Ivy. Okay, so kanang timeline should be compressed. Ang benefit or like strength yun sa startups over big corporations is speed. Kay sa big corporations, you can't do what we just did. Katong like nakathink og idea, then ugma na yun kay like i-launch. You can't do that in a big corporation. You need approval sa vice president, sa president, because everything you do kay dako kay siya og like potential na damage ba if ever masayop siya. Kay maguba ang brand. For example, imagine if dili ni grade siya ang brand, like ang brand kay Microsoft. And then like ingato siya, ingato mo buhato ni sa Microsoft. They can't do that. Kay ma-damage man ilang brand reputation. Imagine launching something na niingon mo na automatic checking niya man kay like manual check di ay niya like daghan kay bugs. Microsoft can't do that or big corporations can't do that. But startups, we can do that. Kay wa may mawa nato. So aside sa atong kanang pride ug ego no mao gyud ang hit gyud. But apart from that kay like wa gyud mawa nato gyud. So timeline should be compressed. Don't think in quarters or years. If mag-think mo kanang like quarters or years, yung roadmap is like 3 months development design, and then like in the second month kay like mag-develop, and then like 4th month kay like mag-QA, and then like 8th month kay kanang ara na ta mo launch. You're thinking like a corporation. So you're not thinking like a startup. So dapat you should think in days or weeks, not quarters or years. And always ask the question, how can I launch tomorrow? Tomorrow dayon, how can you get feedback from your users? That's the goal. Number 3 is always talk to users. So if you can recall the story katong sa among journey sa grade jump, the next day dayon I went and visited yun sa among dean and sa akong mga past teachers kay para maka-talk ko nila. And every time na mag-deliver mi sa papers, mag-deliver mi sa answer sheets, ano mo i-collect, kay sige jud kog ask nila, ma'am, kumusta ang feedback, ma'am? Kumusta ang checking? Dako baga accuracy, ana? And so like, sige jud kog ask nila and then mo ask ko na kanang sige daw ma'am pakita daw ko na mag-create kag activity. Akong i-observe ilang pag-create og activity kay basin sa mo among viewpoint kay like nindot na kay UX, smooth na kayo but like sa ilading pag actual use di pa di ay like kanang murag magliso day sila kay considering sa like age nila hindi kay sila nga naka-tech savvy. And so always talk to users, get their feedback yun every step of the way. Every time mag-launch mo from here, no? From kining skateboard, talk to your users. Scooter, talk to your users. Dapat niyo mo talk sa iyong users yun. And as much as possible, di ni siya chat lang. Better if call, but best if like in person yun, inyo yung atuon yun. So talk to your users. And in relation to talking to your users, number 4 is have a thick face. So kanang usa ni sa atong pitfalls yun, the most especially to the startup founders na kanang sa ilang past life kay ni kuan ba ni Excel bitaw, which is mao sa akong case kay like before ko nag-startup kay I was a class valedictorian, I was magna cum laude, I was top 1 computer science student from first year to fourth year. And imagine before katong CodeJam pa kay like imagine launching CodeJam niya di pa siya perfect ba niya like mo crash. I remember before katong pinaka first version yun nag-launch sa CodeJam kay like 40 students ra ang gagamit 40 and like nagdungan sila og click and then ni crash siya like was in wagid di gid siya working at all kay like wala ko matest with 40 ka users ba hindi pa pag kamao mo develop og like that scale kay for the past ato kay like mag-apo lang na projects. So basically medyo kuan gyud siya no nagyud ka ng factor niya na kailangan jud ka thick face jud ka kung sa Bisaya pa kay dapat ka bagagnaw. So like you really need to have that as a startup founder. Don't be embarrassed sa katong mga kuan. I think if sa grade jump pa na case for example, imagine if like katong phone scanner lang siya answer sheets and mauwaw me na mo launch ana kay dili man siya perfect. Di man ma-impress ana ba? Nami ka ng fear na basig ka ng i-bash na noon me, then dili mi ka get og proper user feedback kay like ma-on hold man ma-delayed. So just launch it as long as again as long as katong akong gi-show earlier working siya in terms of like delivering value to the users. So if nanagay mo da rin na namoy ka ng feeling nyo na may way na mapa-work ninyo then talk to your users and have a thick face. And number 5, last na lesson here is that be persistent. So one of the things here that if you notice again sa among journey no kay kanang sa grade jump specifically kay daghan jud iterations along the way and actually di ni siya ang full picture no napa ni mga sub here na mga boxes or like mo lang ni ang general picture but daghan kay mga decisions here along the way na among gihimo na wala ni work as in like what they naka-provide og value sa end users. So like if ato na siyang i-analogy, mao man ni siya no. Ang gipakita kay kini lang murag ang 1 2 3 4 5 pero like nani 1.1 here na murag skateboard siya na ang color kay blue instead na red, nga na ba? So among gipakita sa users, wala na sila okay, unsa may naa ng blue. Okay raman Miss Red. So like wala naka-release ko no may we thought na kana like improvement siya but like what they share value for the users ba. So mo to scrap siya and then 1.1 man to so like nahimig 1.2. So skateboard na sige red man daw ilang ganahan at i-revert pero like longer lang siya na skateboard by 1 inch. And so like nakakuha ng users na kanang okay naman to ang katong original size wala man so amo na pod gi-scrap and then like 1.3 na pod sige mig like develop og mga hypothesis na maka-improve siya sa user experience but turns out wala di ay until naabot mi sa version 2 na among gi-develop is scooter na, and kanang ang mga users kay like nakaingon sila na okay kini mao ni ang like among kailangan, mao ni ang maka-help gyud namo ana. So after sa version 2 na napoy 2.1, 2.2 and so on and so forth. So in the context of developing your MVPs, be persistent. Daghan jud kayo magba-develop along the way na mas scrap ra bitaw siya. And sometimes dugay kayo mo daghan kayo mo ma-develop and dugay kayo yung timeline before mo maka-develop sa MVP or sa version na o nagiganahan sa users. So be persistent. Doing this takes time. Startup is uncertain. Di siya same sa kana mga traditional businesses, no, na for example kanang pagtukod mo water refilling station. That model is proven na ang mga people ingani gyud na ilang price point, and then like kanang ang idea is magda ang people og like galon nila and then ila ra ipa-refill ingana kana. That's proven to be working not just in Cebu but all around the Philippines, na ingana gyud ang workflow. So if you want to put up your own water refilling business, then kanang kuan na dayon kanang like nara mo yung clear roadmap kaya you can just copy from others. But in the context of startup, uncertain man na mga butang-butang, like we're doing something innovative na no one has done before, or like it's not yet kanang common ba. So we need to figure out, we need to constantly iterate until we become certain. So be persistent. Sometimes it will take you longer, sometimes it will take you shorter, but be persistent. All right, so one additional book lang that I'd like to recommend is this book is very good in terms of like doing MVPs, no, the Lean Startup. If you haven't read this book, I'd suggest you read this book. So kini siya kay nasa framework, no, nasa framework yun na gi-set na like kanang in day 1 mo nimong buhaton, ya day 2 mo nimong buhaton ana, and then like next week na pod mo nimong buhaton. Nasa framework na gi-set ana. In our case, we didn't really follow that, but we extracted some parts there na among gi-apply sa among kuan, sa among startup. So you don't need to apply everything na you've read from this book. You apply what works for you. So right, that being said, keep moving forward, no? The startup journey is going to be long, but if you really believe in what you're doing, then it's going to be a worthwhile journey. So at this stage, if you have any questions, kay pwede ta mag Q&A. Thank you.
Okay, so kung sa itong mga questions, mga pangutana. Ay. Dapat ay mga questions din ha, aside sa mga kuan, sa mga about sa kwarta, no? About lang ta sa, ay, nag-raise hand. Sir Van.
Hello, good morning. Sir Jimor.
Yes, good morning, good morning.
Sapa. So, naday ko'y gibutang sa chat nga ako ang sketch nga MVP sa Marvel. So, ang akong project kani ang booking platform sa travel. Mo streamline sa tourist directorial host. So dili na siya moagi og travel agency kundi diretso na siya sa local nga mga tao. Kay bisan pa ang mga travel agency, if they are curating travel or experience or activity, they are still tapping host ang mga guides sa local guides. So what I want to give impact is to disrupt travel agency, which is they get more money than ang ilang mga local guides. So muna siya akong gi-ideate since nga nag-backpacking ko nga nakita na ko ang kaniyang potential sa local nga which is they are underserved sa kaniyang technology. So ang akong pangutana sir ba ang imuhang pag pag-ideate ani sir sa imuhang chums nagsakay ra man kag motor unya ikaw pa to isa.
Yes.
Ikaw pa to isa unya kani ang pila dayon ka adlaw sir nga decide ka nga ako ni gining himuon dayon nga nakita
Pagka-uli na ako, pagkabalik yun ako sa office. Ato na yung muon dayon, ana. Anyway, we have nothing to lose. Validate day nato tomorrow. So, wala na.
na kay team ano sir.
Yeah. So, Great Jump is our second product man. Code Jump is our first
Ah.
product. So, we've been
Oo.
doing Code Jump for a very long time. I think for 5 years ato. And then like na-think na akong Great Jump. So, wala pa na ako gipa-migrate na ng mga team. So, like, nag-do as is gyapon ang among team gyapon sa Code Jump sa among first product, and then like kami ang mga founders kami lang sa work on sa Great Jump on the side kay we don't really need a big team to start an MVP. We don't need to like develop everything from the start, after na to bating idea we don't need to develop from the start. What we need is to get feedback sa users. So after na ko na think, I went back to the office. Akong giingnan ng mga co-founders na this is what we should do next. And mao na itong i-explore. And so kami tulo mi ka co-founders.
Unya follow up na ako sir ang pangutana na ako kay mo ni siya kasagara ang mga ecosystem diri sa ato sa Philippines which is daghan ang tatag potential nga idea pero they cannot kickstart sprint the idea kay maglisod sila how to fund the project. Munang ang uban nga mga newbie or mga bagong graduate nga mga IT nga they are potential for development pero mangita sila trabaho kay they prefer to have salary than building up a project. So ako nakita sa imong team wala gid mo nangita og trabaho kay you are very positive sa imuhang project nga himuon although wala pa kakabalo kung unsay future niya di ba sir onya it's great to have a team kids or no nga to work with the project.
Yeah, unsa gid kay mong name, sir?
Van.
Sir. Okay. Sige. And then I'd like to talk about that no kay napod here message Chada jud basta na team. So yes, correct, Chada jud basta na team of co-founders but not necessarily like a team of a big team bitaw. You need co-founders. I don't recommend you doing startup na kanang kamo lang. Lisod kayo magbuhat og startup na kamo lang kay one should be developing the application, one should be talking to users. Dapat like now may co-founders yun. Now in terms of the resources no, so can I share this Sir Van sa akong i-share screen ang kining imong prototype na gi-share sa ako I'd like to use this as an example ba. Pwede Sir Van? Sir? Nawagtang man si Sir Van. Or nag-lag ba ko? Hello?
Wala na ka nag-vlog, sir. Murag si Sir
Oh.
Van ang wala.
Sir Van? Okay, si Sir Van may nawala. Mag-wait na lang ta ni Sir Van. I'd like to ask for permission ba to use
Yes sir. Sorry na putol ko.
Okay. Sir Van, can I
Wala na ako.
mong gi-share na prototype? Can I use this as an example kung unsa akong like if I were doing this startup unsa akong buhaton ba? Unsa akong MVP na buhaton for this?
Yes sir.
Okay, sige. So akong i-share screen ha. Okay, so if ako ang kanang founder ani na startup, so katong gi-mention ni Sir Van no na wait, asa mong first page. Okay, ang gi-mention ni Sir Van is that kanang currently ang mga tourists kay they need to go to the travel agencies to kanang book a tour or a trip. Pero basically ang mga tourists or travel agencies kay mutap gyapon sa mga local na mga guides. Correct ba, Sir Van? Sakto, Sir Van, no?
Yes sir. Mag-curate sila og activity unya
Yes.
na mga manpower unya ilahari pong kuha sila og local manpower unya ilang sweldohan kada adlaw. So ang akong
Oo.
idea, what if ang katong mga tudloan ako ang mga local nga sila ang mag-curate sa ilahang activity and then they will get all the money instead
Yeah,
the
yeah.
travel agency.
Oo. So, nga na siyang idea, no? Direct na from tourist to the local na mga people. So, wala na yung middleman. And basically, mao ni ang prototype na gimo ni Sir Van, no? So, nindot ni siyang paper sketch pod. Kay pas-pas kay mo ka-iterate ni most especially if you don't know how to use Figma. Like in my case, di ko ka mao Figma, mong designer ka mao. Like ako, dili kayo ko ingana ka mao. And I always do this as well, paper prototype. So, mo ni siya no kanang na-log in and then maka-search daw sila dari sa city, town, province, and then etc. So this app kay like if ato ning i-develop from scratch yun right away kay probably mo take ni siya og siguro like 1 month at least no, like including sa UI UX and sa security and deploying to App Store kay mo take po bi nag-time or sa Play Store kay mo take na siya time kay kanang you need to get approval pa from Google Play or from kanang iOS App Store. Take yun siya at least 1 month, siguro mga 2 months, 3 months para ma-launch yun siya. Now, what if, unsa man nato ni siya pag-launch tomorrow dayon? PWA works, pwede siya no? PWA works, but it will still take time. Di na siya mabuhat, di ta ka-launch tomorrow dayon. So how do we launch tomorrow dayon? Now, I think what I would do if ako ang kanang founder ani is instead of developing this app kay atong problem na isolve no kay like ang tourist, direct na sila sa local guides. So, Sir Van, na kay makailan na local guides na daan or wala pa?
Na ako'y mga kaila nga mga local guys o hilig pud ko mag-explore sa mga untapped nga mga lugar nga akong gi-introduce sa ilaha nga oy naaman mo yung waterfalls diri nga nung dili man mo mag-guide ako silang tagaan og kani ang idea then na ako'y
Okay.
moingon ko nga maghimo kog app nga ingani mo join ba mo then mo join mo basta naa na pero hantod karon wala pa. So,
Okay, so na nakikailan ng mga local guides, ang kailangan na lang nimo is makaget og mga tourist. No,
Yes,
dili app
yes.
mo kailangan sir. Mo kailangan is makaget ka og mga tourist na mo avail sa iyong service. But you don't need to do an app for that. So what I do if ako ang kanang founder is I would create a Facebook page. Create kong Facebook page, I'll create a dummy logo. Probably I'll use AI siguro to generate a logo na kanang temporary lang sa akong butangan og like Marvel na logo and then like butangan akong slogan, cover photo and all. And then magbutang ko na to like description kung unsa siya about. And then I'd create a Google Forms kung unsaon para like unsaon para pag-fill out sa mga tourists if interested sila. And from there, kay pwede na din siya ma-launch tomorrow dayon. What I do is kanang I'd talk to kanang mga tourists, I'll go to kanang mga Facebook groups, I'll share that to na mga travel kinsay kanang who is interested to travel in Cagayan de Oro or in Cebu na kanang with exciting na kuan nga na mga adventures etc. And from there kay like pwede na din siya ma-connect din kung mo tap na mo fill out sa Google form, I'd call them. Ako sila tawagan na hey John, thank you kayo sa pag-book. I'll get back to you kung unsa gyud ang like plan, unsa ka ng plan, and then I'd talk the local guides dayon. I need to verify if kanang the local guides that I know kaya ba nila mo curate yun o kanang nindot na suggestion. So I talk to them, to the local guides. Okay, kanang tourist, yung pangan si John, kanang mo niyang ganahan buhaton, makahatag mo suggestion. Makahimong local guides, ako din na i-forward ni John, tawagan ako balik si John. Kanang mo ni ang itinerary na to. Mo ni ang mga kuan, mo ni ang amount, mo ni ang like payment na needed. Go ba ka? So if mo go si John, then that's good validation. Kay mo bayad na good siya good. You didn't develop an app, Facebook page na siya, Google Forms lang. You didn't develop that an app, but you were able to get payment. You were able to get feedback. And then, i-connect din mo si John sa local guide. And what I do is, I need to like kanang very view, So what I do is I'd probably go with John sa iyang tour. Kaya I need to see kung yun sa siya pag-handle sa mga local guides. So mukoy kog laag ni John. If si John kinilag sa Bohol, I'd go to Bohol. And then like akong tan-aon ang iyang experience. And from there, makaget mag-feedback, murag ako na notice na murag si John kay ani na time or ani na part sa trip kay murag wa kayo siya maatiman, wa siya ma-excited, wa siya malipay. And so I'd take note of that kay para next time if nanapoy mo go sa among Facebook page or like na mo fill out sa Google form kay ma-improve na ilang travel experience. And so ako na siyang buhaton for quite some time until dili na kayo efficient ang Google Forms kay daghan na kayo go fill out and I really need to start automating na. But if wala pa ni fill out, gamay ra kay mo fill out like 1 ra per week or 1 ra per month ang fill out, then dili pa gid worth it mag-develop sa app. Ang need buhaton is to get the word out there, to have tourists kanang mo fill out sa Google form and then i-connect sa local guide. So that's what I would do probably, no? If I were kanang doing this startup, I won't develop the app yet. I would on hold the app development until siguro like nanay sufficient number of paying customers. So once we have that and medyo bukat ng workload, lisod na kayo murag na may schedule, maglisod naman kung karon na adlaw kay like night 10 kabuk ni book and I have to coordinate the local guides manually one by one. Murag lisod na. So like kailangan na automated na like if na mo book, ma-connect na sila sa local guide para sila na mag-interact. So that's probably what I would do if kanang ako ay magbuhatan ng startup.
Thank you kay sa answer sa insights, no. Actually sa Panglao, sa Bohol, nasa group chat na kanang link muna siya ang community page sa Bohol. And naami daghan diha nga mga connect na nag-onboard nga mga kung adto kag Bohol sir diha lang ka mag-search kung kinsay imuhang pangita mag looking for countryside kani ang tour nga ang ako ang gusto sakyan kato ang self-drive nga car for rent or gusto ko kanang try sakyan. So dito sila mag-comment dito din ang mga tao. So dito siya sir nakita na mo kay group page man nagsugod dili man siya sir. Dili man siya kani ang Facebook page. So naami duha, naami user, naami tourist og naa pod mi kani ang mga katong ga-offer og mga services. So ang among nakita dito nga ang katong ang tourist nga isa buok nga mag-post looking for island hopping and then dito sa iyang sir siyang i-post daghan kay mag-comment dito nga kini i-contact ko ana din magpili na rin siya dito kinsa iyang i-contact or kinsay pinaka mubuog offer so dugay siguro niya ang iyang pay na to dugay siya makita og legit or mag-legit check pa siya dito legit check o kinsay nakawa ni kay mubayad ako so ang among nakita gid sir nga sa pagkakaroon is to develop a mobile application which is we want to onboard verified nga mga tour guide na dayon. So ingala ang amo ang kay dito sa amo ang group page sir dili man makita kinsay verified dito yun kinsay ma-verify namo although nga nakita namo siya nga naay uban nga mga successful booking through lang without our without middling nga wala mi nagpatunga sila ra ang nagistorya sa ilang booking. So this time we want to middle using the app nga bisag dito lang sila mag-interact which is we can put blue check nga kana sila verified na sila.
Okay, understood. So okay, instead of doing the app, what I'd recommend and what I'd like you to consider is siguro better if you still create the Facebook page para namoy ka ng identity ba. And what I'd do siguro is I'd comment sa mga post here na kanang book here like book here, pero like nasa brand identity bitaw, di siya kanang individual lang na like murag like person lang siya, individual person lang siya, book here, and then like so considering nanan ni siya day, dagan namo ka ng like possible namoy ka ng way to get traffic ba. Instead bitaw akong githink before kung wala ni siya kay like mangita pa ko ani, nindot ni siya na group na naingan ni kay like dagan og leads, dagan og like nangita sa service. So what I would do is kanang maghimo kog Facebook page and like mag-comments ko dere or like akong buhaton kini si Will for example ka mangita taga ng kini siya for example si Jenny nangita daw siya ingani. So or mangita siya mangita taga ng kuan na actual na. Sige for
Ah,
example kini lang si Jenny.
Kaning isa ka kuan sir, kaning isa ka link nga akong
Kini.
i-share. Kaning bago ka
Okay.
link.
Asa siya?
Kay kani kuan na siya at mga tourist gid sila kana kay expat na sila nga group. Duha among Facebook page. Among kana siya kay tourist and backpackers gid sila.
Okay, kini for example si Rolando, for example no target market ni siya. What I would do is I would comment here sa akong i-comment visit katong Facebook page na himuon no, like visit Marvel na Facebook page to book anana and then like para-direct siya dadto. And the other thing that I would do is I would be aggressive in getting leads considering na kananani uban mga nag-comments pod. Dapat paresag buhaton ani ni Edgar PM po. So what I would do is I would PM Rolando. Ako PM panag sa
Yes,
namin
yes.
metal friends. So I would PM Rolando, visit I'm the founder and CEO of Marvel. Kanang we offer this service, you can book here. Ingana. So like ma-redirect sila sa Facebook page na pod. Kailangan ma-establish ang brand identity. Kay if as individual lang kay basically dili sila wala sila yung name recall next time kay like kanang dakog chance makalimtan nila ba, whereas kung nagyo may brand nag-start nag-build and like nindot pa gid ilang experience then dakog chance na like ilan ang i-recommend sa ilang friends na mubuhat na sila, uy visit lang kanina Facebook page ay Marvel. So like ingana na siya. And then the other thing yun na powerful di ay is when you introduce yourself ba to other people, you say na you're the founder and CEO, dako kayo na siya og like kuan ka ng maka-increase siya sa kanang kuan ba trust bitaw. That's what I've noticed. That's what we've noticed na if you say na you're the founder CEO of kanang Marvel, inyo ni i-PM ni mo sa Rolando, professional mo message no. So like kanang proper spelling etc. and mo na you're the founder CEO, then dakog chance na matagad ta ni Rolando. And then what I do is I'd scroll na po here next. Kini siya for example, ask ko lang po if legit. Oh, this one. For example, nagkuhan siya iyang gitag ni si Bohol Cebu Tours. So, if not a Facebook page here na like Marvel, so like dakog chance na kanang makakuan gyud tagyan like ma-establish kinata tong brand ba. So, kato siguro if I were the founder na of kanang Marvel app, I would hold off yun. I would strongly hold off yun sa pag-develop sa app. Kaya again, that would take time. Ma-distract ta na sa pagkuan ba. Whereas, again, ang gipagyan sa atong mga customers or soon-to-be customers is maka-travel sila in the best na possible experience and makonect na to sila sa local guides. So, kana siguro mo na like akong ma-advisor ba
Sige,
na
sir. Yeah, noted, sir. Ako na lang ihatag uban nga time sa kuan kay nagkasilag pungutana po. Thank you guys, sir.
Yeah, all right. Okay, here's a question from Ivy. No, I have a question po on our current MVP approach. Our teachers want to use their existing school books and materials as the content of our gamified lessons. What is the legal and ethical approach po that we can do para makater na mo ilang request without raising copyright issues in the long term? Would it be acceptable to use content from their school books as long as sila lang ang magamit for user testing?
Ay, hello po. Good morning, Sir Jude. Maghatag lang day ko additional context ani sa akong question, if okay lang.
Yeah.
So currently, one of our bottlenecks gid sa pag-development is ang pag-acquire sa content because our original approach is kami ang mag-write and also kanang AI generated ba ang stories. But the thing is, ang concern sa teachers is gusto nila nga ma-apply gyud in relation sa ilang klase. So, na naman sila existing lesson plan and gusto sila ang gamit ang content is gikan sa school book. So, would that be okay, sir? if ang amo ang gamiton nga content is from their school books. And our additional concern kay if ma-launch ni namo ang amo ang web app, so publicly available siya, ma-raise ba ni nga flags or for copyright ana?
Okay, so nindot, first of all, that's a good na kung ano, good approach na or good thing na you've asked ka ng feedback and i-mention ang mga teachers kung unsa para nila ang like kanang ilang ganan may tabo or like unsa ilang need. So nindot na siya kay na actual user feedback. Instead of start na mag-develop for a long time sa inyong actual or like own content and then turns out ang ganan sa mga end users kay like ang gamito na content for the kanang kuan is ilading books, then masayang lang yung development time. But to your question, I think ang best person to ask for this is kanang attorney. So I don't think na kuan this is I can answer this properly. No, I don't know. Akong gut feeling kay as long as you don't save the content and kanang mag-create mo kanang assessments or like activities based off lang sa content. For example, if ang activities, if namoy ka na activities sa yung platform or exercises na based sa No Limitang Here ni Rizal, but wa man yung gikuha, wa man yung gi-extract ang content and then like gikuan siya sa yung, so I don't think issue siya. So but ang best na advice for this is talk to a lawyer.
Okay, thank you po. Appreciate the input, Sir Jun.
All right. Any other questions before we wrap up?
Napatay questions?
So, pwede ko mag-follow up kayang sir sa iyang MVP.
Yes, Sir Van.
Sir, ang katong pag-develop niyo sa iyong MVP kay dili pa man mo adto pre-revenue man to mo adto nga kuan, wala pa mo i-revenue adto nga startup, no? Then sige pa
Yeah.
mag-develop. How do you fund sa inyong team, sir? Kuan nga hantod nga basig night time ba nga adi na tani kay wala ta di kwarta undang na ta or mangita tag trabaho ato na sideline
Yes.
lang nato ni nabay nga na
Yes.
sir nga kay kasagara sa nakita nako sir sa kuan sa mga startup yun diha mo agi gid sila ang uban dili na gid sila mosulod ana kay mangita gid sila trabaho.
Okay, so different stories ni siya, no? Sa ako share screen again, na. Different stories ni siya kay for grade jam kay like again second product na namo siya. So nami product na first product na earning na siya monthly or annual revenue na amo tong gi-funnel for the R&D and development R&D costs for grade jam. So nanami company funds basically to fund or start another startup, another product. But in the context of CodeJam, atong first yun na startup na akong gibuhat, wa man gyud ti revenue gid from the start. Like wa gyud may company or startup revenue. And so at that time kay like wala ko full time ko sa CodeJam in the sense na like at least 8 hours ko per day mag-work sa CodeJam. But like napag ko other full-time na gibuhat which is freelancing. So like the freelance ko on the side, I was earning kanang mga I was doing freelance development for clients both local and international. And so kato ako ma-earn na to, akong i-fund para sa akong self, para sa akong pagkaon, para sa akong mga daily needs. And also to fund the startup, pangbayad sa server, pang-allowance sa mga interns, ang mga interns ito ang upon before, or like na mga students pa ba? Kay kanang pwede raman og di pa man kayo kailangan high quality, kailangan na magsamuan na maka-work together. So, gi-fund na bootstrap, basically bootstrap, nag-freelance ko. So grabe kay stress ato kay like ang pagbuhat sa CodeJam at least 8 hours per day and then like pag freelance kay like abot og almost 6 hours per day nga na. And then like kailangan apil weekends kay magtrabaho for kuan. So very stressful yun siya. But mao to yung reason ngano naka-survive me. Kay kanang gi-bootstrap man dili man ko from a rich family, no? Or like wala ko yung mga friends na kanang super rich ba na maka rich. Wala ko yung mga rich uncle, rich auntie na kanang okay na money dere, bahala ka diha. wala ko ingana. And so I had to bootstrap. I had to do freelancing, bootstrap. Nakaget na mig revenue sa CodeCham but dili pa siya enough. So bootstrap gyapon, freelance gyapon until among revenue sa CodeCham kay enough na siya to cover my daily needs. Note the kung ano, note the kanang the keyword needs. Kay like sacrifice yun siya gyud. Dili wala ko nagpalit og mga wants na palit ko og kuan bi kanang big bike or palit ko og kanang like kanang mga sing-sing or mga jewelry na kanang unnecessary. Focus ko sa paggasto sa akong mga personal needs lang. Kay ang startup revenue was dili pa siya nga nakataas but enough na siya to pay my daily needs which is akong food lang yun. Kay ato na time kay ari pa man ko nagpuyo sa among balay. So wala ray gastuon nun and then eventually kay mo to ni grow ng revenue sa kuan company until ang akong salary kay enough na gid siya like dako na siya ba na po siya buffer for kanang ginagmay na ko na wants like pang date may ana so so yeah siya.
Follow up ko sir, kay wala may mangutana gyud no, then wala pa man nag 12 o'clock. Then
Yeah.
whether ako na lang ning i-maximize ang kay since nagpakita mga og ay mo manggi sulti sir nga naggisunod ninyo ang Lean Startup kang Eric Rice nga one framework which is also I'm following also Lean Startup and also Build Sprint. Kani ang kung okay ra sa imo sir ma-share nimo ang inyong company from zero revenue until karon nga pila kung nakakuha ba mo og seed funds, nakakuha ba mo og series A, B, C nga funding kay since nga although MVP man ang imong topic sir pero Lean Startup man ang imong gigamit so basig pwede ra naton ma-answer kay kasagara sa amo diri idea stage man may unya nangita mig mga funds na mga funding mo ang matap asa namin nagpadulong sa mga funding pwede sir may imong i-share na lang. Thank you.
Okay. So bootstrap for a very long time, I think like for 2.5 years, bootstrap katono very stressful. And then 2021 kay ni-apply me for DOST P-Share, I'll type it here. Startup Grant Fund. I think ang CDO Bytes kay kabaw ani kay Wella kay incubate man to sa CDO Bytes sakto ba to Mamelaine ang Wella or I know Wella is from Cagayan de Oro and I think they also received kining DOST P-Shared Startup Grant Fund. So this is a grant fund sa DOST P-Shared. You can look it up, no? So at that time we received 3.4 billion pesos in grant. So equity free siya, wala gipangayo ang DOST in return, ilang gi-ask lang is kanang ma-further improve namo ang CodeCham. So mo na ilang gi-ask ato na time. And then next year ato kay like we receive an angel investment, nakamit ko like angel investors randomly from a networking event. So we were able to raise 50k USD. How much? Pila ba 50k USD? Somewhere around 3 million gyapon. So naka-raise me ganang $50,000. And then 2024 kay ni-pitch ko dito sa Manila Angel Investor Network. I'll type it here now, Manila Angel Investors Network. Kining Manila Angel Investors Network is the largest angel investor network in the Philippines. So ni-pitch ko dito, daghan og kanang mga angel investors and then we receive an investment na $85,000. So $85,000, I think close to 5 million pesos. And just last year, 2025, ni-apply me sa DOST TAPI Expanded Venture Finance Program. Kining DOST TAPI Expanded Venture Finance Program, kay dili ni siya grant, but a loan ni siya. So loan, an interest-free loan to be paid within 5 years. So at that time kay grade cham among gi-apply no. Kay kanang di ba earlier I mentioned na sa grade cham kay nanay mga schools na ni-try and then we actually need so like na ni-convert to Lucas schools and we actually need to like service them so kailangan may like customer support, kailangan may magpa-deliver like actual scanners dito sa mga schools. na daghan-daghan. And so we needed funds to start. Kaya ang payment sa school would be sometime around the midterm period pa man or kanang sometime around finals. So kailangan may og like funds para makasupport me sa or makaservice me sa product. And so we applied for the DSC TAPI Expanded Venture Finance Program. We received 4.5 million pesos na loan. Again, loan siya. And we're confident that we can pay it kay naman may actual customers na gyud sa Grade Jam na confirmed na. And again, that's the reason why we needed the loan was because we need to service the actual customers sa Grade Jam. So, mao na siya ang amuang like funding journey. Wala pa ka-raise sa VCs. In our case, kay usa ni sa challenges sa EdTech, no? Most especially if you deal with schools, kay dili ni siya attractive na space gyud at least here in the Philippines if you deal with schools. EdTech na kanang magkuan og mga self-learning courses kay probably there's a chance kay but if you deal with schools usa ni siya sa downside. Kailangan yun mo og solid convincing gyud sa VCs na nagyay mo rag kanang solid proof ba like kailangan og more traction basically. Kailangan mo spend og more time developing the traction before matagad sa VCs. If inyong primary market or target market are schools. So kana siya. Mao na siya ang funding journey.
Follow up, sir. Pila ka tuig, sir, na register yung company after what? After siya nga lean startup company ka nga nag-require na gusto na ka mag-register nimo siya. Nga nanakay mga
Ga-register gid
license.
me so ga-register gid me from the start gid og sole proprietorship business. Sole proprietorship lang para paspas. So it was named under me from 2018 to 2022. Sole proprietorship ra siya. Kay kailangan may maka-issue og OR. Kailangan may maka-issue sa ang schools. Di man sila maka-send og payment if we cannot issue official receipts. So gipa-register siya as sole proprietorship. And then 2022, we needed to kanang take care na sa legal aspects, no? So that's when we transitioned to a corporation. So last 2022, corporation agad siya.
Wow.
Dali ra man sa
Congratulations, sir.
pag-register. Dali ra pag-register o kanang sole proprietorship ba. So that's what I'd recommend. Sole proprietorship lang sa para maka-issue lag official receipts and kanang like na IDTI para that also increase most especially in your case, Sir Van, no, na kanang you want to gain the trust of the tourist. So if registered entity gid mo, you put that in your Facebook page na kanang DTI registered and then ay business permits. And then you lay out that in a proper kanang more professional. You hire a graphic designer to do that project from a graphic designer to lay out that. Then ang mga visitors yung page kay makaingon na okay legit yun na sila na business. Di na sila kanang scam kay registered gud sa DTI and maka-issue official receipt. So dakog chance na mo maka-gain gud mog trust.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. You're welcome.
Wala pa tayo questions? Going once? Ay, teka, sir, nangutana si Sir Paul na hiring sa si.
Yes, actually. So if pero offline na man si Sir Paul sa pero actually
Ano lang.
yes.
Hi, sir.
Yes, Sir Paul, can you send me an email para maka-schedule ta sa kuan sa og meeting? We actually need people who kanang of contacts to schools ba.
Yes, sir.
So
Currently working as a project manager, sir, sa school system among project now.
okay. Can you send me
Maybe,
an email, Sir Paul, jude@gradetram.com?
okay, sir. Sige, sir. So maybe makatap ni sa inyo, sir, regarding sa mga system or something na we can collaborate with
Yeah.
coming nag-work.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Thank you, sir, Jim.
So, wala na. Going once, going twice. Wala na yun. Ang process sa kong certificate, Sir Jude, ha?
Wait, okay.